Good evening, High Button sports fans, and welcome inside the Member 2 Sport and Wellness Center as we get set for a Saturday evening matchup on the 1st of November between the visiting undefeated Halifax McDonald's and the home team Sydney Mitsubishi Rush. The game is on and the Max control, starting in goal for the Max, Chandler Bell, and he makes his first save right there on the evening. Again, the Max coming into this game on an absolute heater. 10-0 to start the season out of the McDonald's. But starting the net for the Sydney Rush, Mason Doucette. As we get our first look at him down here in the Rush territory. Icing is the call. And the face-off will come back deep inside the McDonald's end. Draw one by the McDonald's. Jack Skanish cruises his way up into the offensive zone. He's checked closely there by Jacob Dunn. In behind the net it goes. Not able to get it out, but now the Rush will clear it. Ganesh throws it right back in. Back to get it is now McLeod. He's watched closely there by Kelvin McDonald's, rims it around the boards, and out into the neutral zone it goes. Welsh plays it back to the D. Fleming will tip that in. The McDonald's will start a change. Chip pass, trying to find Heb. In behind the net it goes. Heb throws that out front. Here come the McDonald's again. McKay, cross ice dump. Chipped out in front. Liver just missing that one. Liver now gets it again and will throw that right back down. Berman, watched very closely there by River Welsh. Berman able to make the pass, however, broken up there, but Angus McLean ahead for Heb. Suds takes away his time and space. Shot there, turned aside by Bell. There's some pressure mounting now here for the Sydney Rush. Morrison steps off the line and dumps it in behind the net. Battle in behind Bell. Puck comes free. And now Suds. Headman pass. McDonald's coming in. Doucette just wide of Doucette's goal. As Strong with a dangerous opportunity right there. Ganesh, he picks it up, throws it on net. Doucette will gobble that up, and there will be no rebound. Fast pace to start this one. Love it. In to take the draw here for the McDonald's. And he'll win it cleanly back to Jack Ganesh. Ganesh off the line. Circles in behind the net. Ganesh shot. But it's a hard kickoff from Doucette. Knocks the net off, so face off deep inside the Rush territory. Sydney Rush coming into this game 2-10-2 on the season, like I just talked about. Halifax McDonald's with a hot 10-0 start to this one. Along the board, Syllaboy plays it up. Love it. Back to retrieve for the McDonald's, and now he gets over the blue line. Separated from the puck in the Rush. Try to get it out. Love it, back once again. Wheels his way through the neutral zone. Ian Lovett over the line, but just a step offside. Sydney Rush coming into this game 2-8 in their last 10. Looking to get back on the winning side. Carter O'Dell wins that draw for the McDonald's. Here's Bottomley. Has it knocked off his stick, back into the neutral zone. Morrison loses it in his skates. Now he'll get the pass across for McLean. McLean can't find Miller, and icing will be the call. Face-off coming back deep inside Rush territory. Carter O'Dell in to take the draw. Rush control. Rimmed around there. Morrison chips it into the neutral zone. He's able to get it up to Miller. Miller saucers it over. Crawley turns and fires. Bell turns that one aside. Morrison keeps it alive at the line now. Thrown down low, and Miller out front. Broken up there by the McDonald's. Back into the neutral zone they go. Crawley, last man back, feeds that across. Read perfectly there by Breen. Now he gets into the zone. Thrown out front. The McDonald's were on a change, but Bottomley now. He'll lose the handle, but in behind the net it goes. Fleming, his shot gets deflected wide. The Rush will regroup and try again. Suds reads that play well, keeps it play in the offensive zone here for the McDonald's. Chikwu over for Sullivan. Doucette. Another big save by Mason Doucette. 2-on-0 for the McDonald's, but Doucette reads the play perfectly. Fleming will line up for the draw. Coda Lewis wins that. Chipped out. Hebb can't get it in deep as Suds knocks that down at the blue line. Hebb in a battle once again, but Creelman comes away with it, feeds it ahead for Fleming. He's separated from the puck. Bass Christmas offsides. The Rush will have to touch up. Creelman floats through the neutral zone, but is stopped in the high slot by the Rush defenders. Coda Lewis off the bench. Plays that ahead. McDonald's regroup in their own zone now. Ahead for Sullivan. Doesn't hit his stick. Hebb will just chip that in deep. And Suds will skate it out. Gavin Suds loses the handle on it at the blue line. Almost too many men on the ice there in front of the McDonald's bench as they were in the middle of a change. Rush gain control. And now the McDonald's are back up. Andrea taken out there by Jack Skanish. Liver, headman for Ganesh. Ganesh in through the neutral zone. Ganesh hard at a goal, and he will collide with Mason Doucette. Doucette still down. His pad popped off. 13:59 to go here in the first period. We're still deadlocked at 0. Shots currently read 5-4 favoring the Halifax McDonald's. As Mason Doucette now gets his gear back on. Again, Jack Skanish came flying through the neutral zone. Ganesh hot off a couple games of call-up with the Cape Breton Eagles, getting a taste of QMJHL hockey. Looking to bring what he learned up there back down here to his teammates and hopefully keep this hot streak alive for the Halifax McDonald's. This McDonald's team is flush with some Q prospects. Ganesh, of course. Ganesh, Will Liver, Riley Creelman, all draft picks of the Cape Breton Eagles. So a strong prospect pool for the team here in Cape Breton. But right now they are applying their craft with the Halifax McDonald's, looking for 2 points in member 2 here tonight. Battle down the corner. Puck comes free. Now it's played back up top. Shot fired on goal. Pops right back out. Now the Rush will chip it out. Foot race for it. Ganesh will get there just in time. And icing will be the call. Back down into the Rush territory we go. Jacob Dunn in to take the draw here against Fleming. Fleming wins that back. Now Breen walks in off the line. His shot goes wide. Love it in to get it. Rubbed out there behind the net by Berman. Up top for Breen. His shot deflects. Goes into the corner. Jacob Dunn off the glass and out. But Sam Fleming quickly picks it up again. Met hard at the blue line there by Crawley. That one hurt Crawley. He'll go off to the bench. Love it. Winds his way up in the max zone. Through the neutral zone. Love it still with it now. Drops it back for Breen. Breen misses on that shot. Turn and fire by Fleming. Still on it down there now is Cooper Strong. Fleming pokes it off McLeod's stick. Aggressive forecheck here from the McDonald's as the zone time mounts. But now Coda Lewis will skate it out for the Rush. Up ahead for Bass Christmas. His cross ice feed goes off a stick. But back up top as the Rush throw it right back in deep. Love it. Cross ice feed there for Suds. Suds over the line. Sorry, that's Sam Fleming. Now the McDonald's will start a change. McLeod walks out from behind his own net. Gets to the red line, now to the blue line, and he'll dump it in. Now the Rush will start their change. Odell down for Creelman. Over in front, Doucette with a nice cross ice glove save. As the McDonald's shot total continues to mount, as the zone time starts to mount, but Mason Doucette standing tall in the Rush goal right now. Back linesman is waving Carter Odell out of the circle. So Bottomley will step in to take the draw here for the McDonald's, and he'll win that cleanly. Back to Creelman. Creelman's shot. That's turned aside there by Doucette. Deacon McPhee flips it into the neutral zone, and Gavin Suds collects it for the McDonald's. Lead pass for Haverstock doesn't connect. And the Rush will throw it right back in. Suds, he loses the handle, but Creelman picks it up. Over for Haverstock. Cross ice dump, but Odell was just a step offside, so the McDonald's have to touch up. Chipped in there by Syllaboy. Out front, Syllaboy. Shot, stop. Scramble play in front of the goal. Bell able to get a foot on that and steer it aside. Icing waved off. Morrison back to collect. He's watched very closely there by Fleming. Angus McLean bumped hard along the boards. Ganesh steps in, keeps the play alive. Crawley skates it out. Tries to step around Ganesh, but he breaks that play up. Now it's knocked off the stick there of McLean, and Fleming will dump it into the corner for the McDonald's. Yushchikwu, first one on it there for Halifax. Fleming, he throws it back, but the rush control, and they'll rim it down the boards, and icing will be the call. Just enough time for us to take our mid-period break here.
Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent.
Face off deep in the rush territory. Miller waved out. Crawley in to take it now for the rush. He'll win that back. But Sam Fleming first one on it up top for Jack Skanish. Cross ice feed. Trewin picks that up now, thrown in front. Fleming can't get a good stick on that. Ganesh, his shot will get through, and Doucette finds that through a crowd, and he will hold on. Another face-off deep in rush territory. Will Liver wins that one back. Shot again turned aside by Doucette. Welsh tries to throw it in front, but it's broken up there. Liver, he'll throw that across, but McKay can't get enough wood on that. But the rush, once again, not able to get it out. McKay, his shot. Doucette gobbles that one up and will take the face-off. 8:47 to go in the first period, and we remain scoreless. McLeod ahead for Bass Christmas. His play broken up. Creelman doesn't get anywhere. Now McLeod chips that in. Breen separated from the puck there by Bass Christmas. In behind the goal it goes once again. Donalds get it out, but McLeod will throw it right back in deep. Joseph Breen back to collect. Chip play. McPhee comes off the line, keeps that play alive. McKay knocked off his stick by Hebb. Battle in the boards. Ethan Miller comes away with it. Steps around his man. But will get a whistle. As once again, the net will come off its pegs. Face off to the left of Bell. And the Max control. Not able to get it out. Syllaboy rims it around down low. Truin back to get it. Love it. Gets it across now. Sullivan shot. Doucette grabs hold of that and will take another face-off. Max control off the draw once again. But now the Rush grab a hold. Thrown up Crawley. Tries a step around Truin. Pushed into the corner. Shot up high and over the goal. Morrison steps off the line, throws it down low for Dunn. Suds. Back pass for Truin. He'll try to flip it out and he'll get it into the neutral zone. Here's Lovett trying to skate onto it, but Morrison breaks that play up there for the Rush. Crawley gets a step through the neutral zone. Takes it out wide. Looks for his options. Off a skate. That one almost jumps out in front. Into the corner it goes. In behind the net now, Truin and Dunn meet up in the corner. Truin with a little poke check. And here come the McDonald's. Carter Odell tries to step around McPhee. And we've got our first penalty coming up of the game. Cross-checking will be the call. And it will go to Deacon McPhee. Halifax McDonald's go to the power play. Power play that's clicking along at 21%, good for 5th in the league. Going up against the penalty killing of the Rush, operating at 69% so far on the season. Ganesh throws it down low for Bottomley. His shot up and high, still puck around. No one can find it now. The McDonald's have it once again. Ganesh over for Creelman. His shot high and over the glass, but it's back up top for Ganesh. Cuts to the middle of the ice. His shot. Another easy save for Mason Doucette as the Rush defenders doing a good job keeping the sight lines for the goalie open so he can make those easy saves. 1:31 to go in the Max power play as their shot total continues to mount here. 15-5 in favor of the McDonald's in the shot category. 0-0 is still our score, but Creelman with it now. He and Ganesh play catch on the point. Creelman shot. Another save there for Doucette. Face off coming up to the left of Mason Doucette. Sam Fleming in to take it now here for the McDonald's. But Luke Andrea will win that for the Rush. Not able to get it out, so the Max still in control in the offensive zone. Truin for Breen. Breen loses the handle on that. So they'll try again. Truin tries to find the backdoor feed. Great vision there by Logan Truin as he's trying to find his teammate. I believe it was Fleming, perhaps, coming off the back post, trying to slide it through to him. Almost makes it happen, but again, Mason Doucette has been very dialed in here for the Rush to start this one. 57 seconds to go now in the man advantage for the McDonald's. Breen fans on that shot, but it does get through. Into the corner now, McLean in a foot race. Max control, Breen. Down low for Fleming. And Doucette once again in great position. Is able to take that shot away. .35 seconds to go in the man advantage for the McDonald's. Up top for Gavin Suds. Over for Creelman. Back to Suds. His shot off a skate into the corner. And it's back on the stick of Suds. Gavin Suds over for Creelman's shot. Doucette another save. Lost it for a second. Max control. Penalty now over. McPhee out of the box. Big kill there for the Sydney Rush. See if they can build some momentum off of that. Now here come the McDonald's back over the line. Crawley. The burst of speed. Steps around Creelman. Throws it out front. Can't find Andrea. Suds with it again. McDonald's are on a change, so Suds will go himself now in deep in the Rush territory. Throws it out front, but a sea of white now. 2-on-1 here developing for the Rush. Crawley steps around. Oh, and it's knocked off his stick on a great recovery play there by Jax Ganesh. McPhee dumps it back in. Ganesh winds his way behind his goal now with a burst of speed through the neutral zone. Ganesh knocked off the puck there by Berman. Thrown out front. Looking for a rebound there was Cooper Strong, but into the corner it goes. Battle down low. Yuschikwu comes away with it. Love it. Tries to walk around his man, but into the corner now. McPhee plays that ahead, but Logan Trewin steps up to disrupt the play, but the Halifax McDonald's will go offside. 2:32 to go. As the Rush control off the faceoff. Bass Christmas. He loses the handle. Trewin turns around. Ganesh shot turned aside by Doucette. Back on the stick of Bottomley up top for Ganesh. His shot again turned aside into the corner by Doucette. Up to Ganesh once more. Good stick there by Bass Christmas. Knocks it out. So Trewin regroups. Chipped ahead now McLeod. Shakes off Odell. Finds Morrison. Back to McLeod. Now he'll look for his options. Ahead for Heb. He'll chip it in cross corner. Trewin back to get it. Heb can't get it in deep as Trewin knocks that down. Lead pass for Bottomley. He can't control it. Breen. Quick pivot, turns up ice. Gets some help from Bottomley. Max enter the zone. Kicked aside there by Doucette. As again the Max coming hard. Bottomley takes a shot. That may have hit a stick or a skate on the way there, but once again Mason Doucette shuts the door. 1:06 to go here in the first period. Team still deadlocked at 0. Off the draw, they score. Scramble play in front of the net. Gets lost in coverage, but there to find a loose puck, Sam Fleming. Fleming will put in his 8th of the season. And the McDonald's strike first on their 27th shot of the period. Crawley over the blue line, and Breen pushes him to the outside. Penalty coming up to the Halifax McDonald's. And it will go to Joseph Breen. Tripping will be the call. And the Sydney Rush will get an opportunity on the power play here with 36 seconds to go in the period. Power play operating at 14%, going up the number 1 PK unit in the league. At 91% is the Halifax McDonald's. Lead pass. Shot turned aside by Bell. Great opportunity right there for Jacob Dunn. McPhee rims it in. Jacob Dunn first on it there for the Rush. And that will do it for the first period here in Member 2. After 20 minutes of play, the Halifax McDonald's with a 1-0 lead on the Sydney Rush. Shots on goal that period, 27-6, favoring the McDonald's. We will be back with second period action after this brief intermission.
Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross and Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple.
Welcome back inside the Member 2 Sport and Wellness Center as we get set for second period action between the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush and the visiting Halifax McDonald's. After 20 minutes of play, Halifax lead the Rush 1-0. It's a late goal by Sam Fleming as the McDonald's threw 27 shots on goal in that first period. Mason Doucette standing tall in between the pipes for the Sydney Rush in that period. As we just wait for the clock to tick down here to get this period started. Sydney starting this second period with 1:24 to go on the man advantage. As again, the in-house clock here in Member 2 just ticking down now to 20 seconds left before we will drop the puck on this second period. As Metallica plays here in the building. And we are set to go. Second period action underway in Member 2. Rush control off the draw. Feathered across there for Crawley. He'll step around. Thrown out front, Bass Christmas shot. Bell turns that aside. Dangerous chance there for the Rush on the man advantage. Now it's ahead for Lovett. Lovett on the breakaway. He scores. Ian Lovett with a fortuitous bounce off his shin pads. And with his speed, he's hard to track down. And on the breakaway, he'll slip it through the wickets of Mason Doucette. And a short-handed goal to start the period for the Halifax McDonald's. Chipped in at the line there. Berman keeps that alive. Throws that across now front. Heb. Fleming there to remove him from it. Top for Berman. Cutting through the middle of the ice there was Heb. Back up top for McPhee. Throws it down off a skate. Back to Berman. Off another skate. Berman watched very closely there by Fleming, and the McDonald's able to control and chip it out. McPhee watched closely there by Sullivan. But lead pass broken up at the line there by Creelman. Truan up the middle. McPhee walks in off the line and keeps the play alive. Penalty over, teams back now to even strength. Just in time for an icing call. So an early goal here to start the second period, short-handed by the Halifax McDonald's off the stick of Ian Lovett. And the Macs have opened up a 2-0 lead, but the Rush now in the offensive zone. Dunn keeps that in at the line. Crawley in a puck battle for it. Now gets chipped off his stick. Chipped ahead. McKay. Shot. Doucette turns that aside. In behind the goal, Welsh in a battle for it. Chipped in behind, McLean ahead for Dunn. Knocked off his stick. McKay can't keep the handle on it as it slides back out into the neutral zone. Ganesh back to collect it. Saucers it for Creelman, back for Ganesh. As the defense in front. Jax Ganesh going to the net hard. It bumps into Doucette once again, and the net comes off its pegs, so we'll have a offensive zone draw coming up here for the McDonald's. Carter Odell in to take the draw. Carter Odell, of course, having a very good and strong QMJHL Cup. And after a brief conference, the refs decided that it did in fact come off. The net did in fact come off by the play of Jax Ganesh, so face-off will come outside Rush territory. Rush, control off the draw. Played up ahead. Sillaboy can't control that, and the Max pick it up once again. Now Creelman. For Ganesh, over for Bottomley. Back for Ganesh coming through the middle of the ice. His shot. Doucette throws that into the corner. Andrea knocked off the puck by Ganesh. Bottomley tries to step around Berman. Berman's able to get a skate on that, but it's clogged up into the neutral zone. But here comes Ethan Miller. Tries to pull back, but too many red shirts there to break it up. Bottomley, 1-on-4, steps around his man. Gets tied up, but no hands go up. Haverstock hits Breen coming off the bench. And Doucette reads that play and slides across for the save. Face off to the right of Mason Doucette. Draw one back cleanly by the McDonald's. So clean it pushes them back into their own zone. Lovett chips it to himself. Speed of Ian Lovett on display here today. Saucers it back for Trewin. He'll walk into the top of the circle and drop it back now for Lovett. He'll try a cross-ice feed. Hits a pile of sticks, deflects towards Doucette, and he will cover up. Strong in a battle down low with Liam McLeod. Rush tried to reverse the play, but Logan Trewin there to keep it alive for the McDonald's. Jumps out in front over the stick of Strong, but he's got it back now. Circles his way in the top of the offensive zone. Trewin over for Breen. His shot doesn't get through, but the Macs still control it down low. Thrown out front. Chip just wide. Back for Lovett. Tries to spin off Lewis. Into the corner now. Zone time mounting for the Halifax McDonald's. Aggressive forecheck. They're able to keep that play alive. The Rush able to get it now and out of the zone. McPhee gets to the red line and rims it around. It's going to come all the way back down. Strong takes a hard hit there from Angus McLean, but fed ahead now for Hebb. Jacob Hebb gets a shot away, and Chandler Bell will grab that. 14:35 to go here in the second period. Halifax McDonald's with a 2-0 lead on the Rush. Scramble play here in front of the McDonald's goal. Ends up in behind the net. Fleming tries to get it out. McDonald's, now they'll get it out. 3-on-2. Fleming, cross ice feed shot. Turned aside by Doucette. Shot there from Carter Sullivan, and he's the one who's going to throw it right back in behind. First on it is Sam Fleming. Creelman, his shot off the post. Nice toe drag there from Riley Creelman. Gets himself in a prime scoring area, and he rattles the post. Creelman, another player, draft pick of the Cape Breton Eagles. Dunn intercepts the pass. Turn shot. Bell kicks that aside. Berman breaks up that play. He's got his head up, tries to find Andrea. Doesn't do so. McDonald's now. Rim it back around. Welsh looking for that headman to pass, but three white shirts converge on Suds. Berman shot. Rebound. Bell. Save. Still alive. Rush looking for a rebound there in front. Suds off the glass and into the neutral zone, but the Rush regroup. Berman. Headman puck for Andrea. Chips it in wide. Penalty upcoming here to the Halifax McDonald's. It'll be Gavin Suds going to the penalty box for interference. Second power play of the game for the Sydney Rush. Chance here to cut the lead in half. The Rush first power play. McDonald's are actually able to get a shorthanded goal on that. They'll try to get it out. McPhee will keep that in. Lewis down low. Bass Christmas shot. That's tipped up and over the net. Now, 2-on-1 for the McDonald's. Carter Odell holds, and he feeds it across. Beautiful pass. Over to Ganesh, who jumps up into the play. As Jack Ganesh finishes off a great feed from Carter Odell. And that is another shorthanded goal for the Halifax McDonald's. And they now have opened up a 3-0 lead. Rush get organized in their own zone, start the breakout. Berman ahead for Dunn. Jake Dunn, his shot goes wide. Back for Berman. Feathers it up top for Dunn. Berman watched closely there by Lovett. Lovett has one of the shorthanded goals here, displaying his great burst of speed. As the puck goes off Doucette's blocker, up and out of play. 11:08 to go here in the second period. A couple shorthanded goals in this period by the Halifax McDonald's, and they have opened up a 3-0 lead here on the Rush. Breen steps around his man. It's in behind the goal for McLeod. 29 seconds to go in the Rush man advantage. McLeod skates it out. Still with it now, chips to himself. McLeod shot, Bell grabs that out of midair. With 18 seconds to go now in the man advantage. First dangerous scoring opportunity for the Rush on this power play. Good look there for the Rush once again, down to 5 seconds to go. And that will do it for the power play. Teams now back to even strength. Cloud skates it out ahead for Miller. Miller walks in. Sillaboy feeds it over to Andreas. Shot. Chandler Bell starting to get tested a little bit more here in this second period. Rimmed around. Andrea can't get it out. Truin throws it back down low. Here's Chikwu knocked off his stick. Angus McLean throws it up. Truin reads that play well. And into the corner it goes. McPhee gets to the red line and dumps it in on Bell. Bell lose the handle on it. Not quite sure where it was there for a second, but the Max control once again. Ganesh with another burst of speed in through the neutral zone. Now the Rush, 3-on-2 developing here for the Sydney Rush. Lewis throws it in front. Bass Christmas overskates that puck. Still battling now down in the corner. Comes out for Creelman, who leaves it there for McKay. He reverses direction over for Truant. And the McDonald's are now out. They don't get far as Berman breaks that play up. Cross ice feed now. Here's Lewis. But a one and done for the Rush as River Welsh leads the Rush up. And we've hit our intermission point here in the second period.
Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible.
Draw one by here, the Rush. Left for Dunn. Throws it in off a skate in behind the net. Crawley turns and fires. Chipped right back out into the neutral zone. Gavin Suds back to collect for Creelman. Ahead for Bottomley. He'll enter the zone. He'll take a shot. Doucette will grab that. Face off coming up now to the left of Mason Doucette. Odell in to take the draw here for the McDonald's. Scramble draw. Neither team coming away with it yet. Now the Rush will. Morrison tries to get it out, but heads up play there by Suds. McPhee will chip that into the neutral zone and skated on there by the Rush. Suds trying to hit Haverstock. Here comes Dunn, knocked off his stick. Creelman turns around, sweeps it to Haverstock. Suds once again jumps up into the play, chips it ahead to himself. Gavin Suds up top, Bottomley shot off the post. Good look there from Suds finding the trailer Bottomley as they ring yet another post. Andrea throws it in deep. Miller gives chase. But River Welsh there to pick that puck up. And now Joseph Breen will skate it back in for the McDonald's. Love it. One-on-one with Berman. Max still control off another post right there. Joe Breen has the relentless forecheck of the McDonald's. But here comes Andrea. Ahead for McLeod. He hits the post. Golden opportunity right there for Liam McLeod. He hits the crossbar, just posts galore in this period. As these teams now start to open up and go end to end. Cross corner dump. Puck now still in the corner. Picked up, skated out by the McDonald's. Not far enough. McPhee chips it right back in. Jack Skanish back to collect. Leaves it there for Fleming. He'll skate it out. Into the zone is Fleming. Round the back of the net, looking for some options. Elects to keep himself, but with it now back up top, here's Trewin. Over for Ganesh. Back for Trewin. His shot, Doucette, turns that aside into the corner. The aggressive forecheck of the McDonald's on display once more on this shift. Ganesh's shot tipped up and out of play. The Halifax McDonald's coming in waves in the offensive zone here on the Sydney Rush. Putting the defense on their heels. Now the Rush get it out. Jacob Dunn skates it through the neutral zone, but not far as Gavin Suds knocks that off his stick. River Welsh turns it back up ice. Gets to the blue line and chips it in deep. Morrison picks it up for the Rush, and the Rush are out of the zone. Crawley tries to step around Suds, but Suds separates the man from the puck. Now Creelman He has a burst of speed. Liver battling down behind the net against Morrison. Liver kicking it to himself, waiting for some help to come. Back cross corner it goes. McDonald's still in control. Now here's Welsh shot. Doucette with another big save. The fortuitous bounces for the Halifax McDonald's as that puck just lands on the stick of River Welsh. But Mason Doucette with a big save, and in all of that, we've got coincidental minors coming out. It'll be James Morrison and Evan Liver will go to the box. Coincidental minors. Five-on-five hockey. 3:23 to go in the second period. McDonald's up by 3. Syllaboy can't get it out. Broken up there. McDonald's enter the zone once again. That's shot up and out of play. .242 to play in the second period. Truitt steps in off the line, whips that one up and over the goal. Bass Christmas with a head of steam. Bottomley feeds it down for Haverstock out in front. Scramble in front of Doucette, but he'll find the puck and take the whistle. Face off in the rush zone. Miller in to take the draw for the rush as Lovett gets waved out. Draw won by the McDonald's. Scrambling down in front of the goal, cleared away, but it's up top now for Creelman. He sees an opening, doesn't miss by much. Up top, Ganesh. His shot whistles high. Out of the zone, but not far enough as Creelman controls. Leaves it for Ganesh. He cuts to goal, almost getting us another one. Good heads-up play by Jake Dunn right there in front. No one could find the puck in front of the net there. But it's rimmed around now. Strong. Head for McKay. He's one-on-one with McLean. And Doucette finds that. Coincidental penalties now over. As we are down to a minute 16 to go here in the period. Rush win the draw. Rimmed around Andrea. His lane's taken away by Truant. And the McDonald's control it down low. Another puck goes to goal. Ref can't find the puck, so we'll take the face off. Under a minute to play. Sam Fleming in to take this face off for the McDonald's, and he'll win it to himself. Chipped back in deep. McPhee back to get it and rims it around. Out of the zone. Down deep into Halifax territory. Far enough for icing. Evan Liver in to take it for Halifax. He'll win that back cleanly. Truant's shot deflects off a stick into the corner. McKay there to pick it up for the McDonald's. Penalty coming up. This one will go against McPhee. Interference to call on Deacon McPhee, and with 24 seconds to go in the period, the Halifax McDonald's will go to the power play. 0 for 1 on the night, but they do have a couple shorthanded goals in this one. They control now. Doucette turns out of side, and he will grab that. Ten seconds to go in the period. Rush win the draw. Cloud tries to clear it out. Truant, great job keeping that in. Now the Rush will get it out, and that will do it. After 40 minutes of play here in Member 2 and a couple short-handed goals in that period, the Halifax McDonald's with a 3-0 lead on the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush. Your shot totals after 40 minutes of play, 41-16 in favor of the McDonald's. We will be back with third period action after this brief intermission.
Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cast. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross and Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cast. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross and Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cast. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple.
And welcome back for third period action here in Member 2. After 40 minutes, Halifax McDonald's with a 3-0 lead on the Sydney Rush. Halifax will start the third period with 1:35 on the power play. Max control. Truitt watched closely there. And brought in over the line. Haverstock chips it to Bottomley, who throws it up top for Truin, over for Ganesh. His shot hits a body and trickles past Doucette. Truin back for Ganesh. Cross ice feed. Doucette reads that perfectly and slides across for the save, but Bottomley with it now. Thrown out front. Haverstock gets his stick lifted at the last second. Otherwise, he had an empty cage. 35 seconds to go. Good power play looks by the McDonald's there. The Rush able to keep them off the scoreboard. But here comes Ganesh. Leaves it for Lovett. His shot, Doucette will stop that one. The Rush will clear it out. Weaving his way through is Ganesh once more. Showing his speed. Throws it over for Lovett. Penalty now over teams. Back to even strength. Big kill right there for the Sydney Rush. Has some dangerous looks by the Halifax McDonald's on that one. Breen stops up with a nifty little play in the neutral zone. But the Rush pick it up once more. Morrison ahead for Dunn. He'll step around his man. Throws it out front, no one home. And Ian Lovett there to pick it up for the McDonald's. Knocked off his stick for Strong. Thrown in behind now, it's Welsh in a battle behind the net. Out front for Strong. Strong trying to work his way towards the goal. But the Rush will chip it off the glass and out. They'll say it was played with a high stick. And the face-off will come just outside the Rush territory. McDonald's cross ice dump. And they'll regain control. Rimmed around back now, Sam Fleming. He's in a battle behind the boards. Out front! Here's Chikwu, almost slides that one home. Now he's got it again. Down for Sullivan, off his skate. Rush come away with it. They'll try to headman the puck. But a good read there by Ganesh. Bass Christmas checked heavily along the boards there. He's not able to clear the zone. Offsides is the call. Face off outside the McDonald's zone, and it's won by the McDonald's. Breen can't connect on the lead pass, and that'll go the length of the ice for icing. Face-off coming back down to the left of Chandler Bell. Ethan Miller be waved out of the draw. Evan Liver skates it through the neutral zone. Tries to step around Berman. Gets tripped up in his equipment. No penalty call coming. All the white shirts collapse down in front of Doucette. Moving it to the outside, but now it's in behind the goal once more. Liver out front. Doucette finds that puck and he'll jump on top. Face off now to the left of Doucette. And they'll do it again as Odell will get waved out of the face-off circle for the McDonald's. Nash Haverstock in to take it now. And actually, no, he will defer to MJ Bottomley. Donalds win it. Shot off a skate. Another cross-ice feed goes off another skate. Now Morrison will collect it for the rush. McLean takes a hard hit behind the play, and that Bottomley will get a charging call. And the Sydney Rush will go to their third power play of the game. Rush currently 0 for 2 on the man advantage here so far. And another stat that they probably don't want to hear is in the 2 power plays that they've had, they've given up shorthanded goals. Looking to put one on the board here and cut this McDonald's lead. McNeil. Our apologies earlier on some of the names as rosters have differed, but nevertheless. Morrison. He can't get it deep, and the McDonald's will clear the zone. They'll try again. James Morrison. Lead pass for Dunn. And again, they're turned back by the McDonald's. Now McPhee will try. He's looking for some options. Leaves it for McLeod. McLeod chips it ahead. Andrea. Face off now to the right of Chandler Bell. As Fleming will get waved out and Sullivan will come in to take the draw for the McDonald's. Won by the Max. Ganesh skates it out of the zone. In deep now, throws it out front. Another collision there with Doucette. That's been a few times this game now, as the Halifax McDonald's like to go hard to the goal. Doucette's taken some body contact a couple times this game. And the face-off will come inside Rush territory. 42 seconds now in the man advantage. Shot off the face-off. Doucette grabs that one. So they'll redo the face-off down to the left of Doucette. Draw one there by Lewis. Down to 30 seconds to go in the man advantage. Hand pass is the call. So a face-off will come back inside the rush zone and to the left of Mason Doucette. Cross-ice feed broken up there by Ganesh. And his attempt at dumping it in will go up and out of play. 20 seconds now on the man advantage. 14:08 to go in the period. McNeil. He'll draw a hooking call from Breen. Thrown out front. Bell chips that up and out of play. Joseph Breen will get the hooking call as he tries to contain the speed of Cohen McNeil. And the rush, after just being on the power play, will go back to the power play once more. Max control off the draw. Chip play, McLeod not able to keep that in. Chip cross corner now. They'll try again, McLeod. Penalty upcoming here to Bass Christmas. Interference will be the call. And that will negate the Sydney power play. 4-on-4 hockey now for 1:20. Rush get it out, Jake Dunn. 2-on-2 developing. Creelman, good stick by Creelman in the lane. Thrown out front, Berman. Doesn't miss by much, but the max control. Ahead for Liver. In stride, his shot. McPhee able to get a stick on that, tip it up over the net. Dunn. Watched very closely there by Welsh. And in behind the net it goes, but Liver heavy on the forecheck, trying to get that puck free, and he'll get it down. Over the stick of Suds. Icing will be waved off. Suds weaves his way through the neutral zone. Now he's into the rush territory. Shot tipped wide into the corner. Max still on it. Back up top for Creelman. He'll throw it down. Now Suds shot. Doucette will kick that aside. Halifax McDonald's about to go on a brief power play here in 2 seconds. Breen out of the box. 38-second power play now for Halifax. Down low, Berman has it knocked free, and here's Trewin. He'll throw it in front, tipped wide. Back on it now are the McDonald's. Doucette kicks that aside. Cohen McNeil will try and skate it out. McKay over the blue line. 5 seconds left on the man advantage. Now Bass Christmas out of the box. Teams back to even strength. And Bass Christmas, just a little too eager, will step offside. Face-off coming up outside the McDonald's zone. In behind the net is Ganesh. Leaves it for Truant. Ahead for Lovett. Over the blue line. In behind the net now. Throwing it out front. But it's under the pad of Doucette. And we will get ourselves another face-off. Lovett will be waved out of the draw, and Haverstock in to take it now. Creelman shot Doucette. Didn't have it, but the ref will blow the whistle all the same. Good break for the Rush as the faceoff will come to the left of Mason Doucette. McPhee rims it around, but Josh Breen reads that play correctly. And McDonald still on the forecheck. Back for Creelman, his shot whistles just wide. Breen steps in off the line, keeps that play alive in the offensive zone. Haverstock swings out to the point, shot. Doucette the save. Aggressive pinching there by Breen, able to keep the plays alive a few times here this afternoon. McLeod throws it up the boards, but Ganesh keeps that in for the McDonald's. Back down low now, Fleming. Chips it up top again for Ganesh. He's watched closely there by Austin Miller, but he's able to win the puck battle and throw it in deep. Cross ice for Sullivan. He's separated from the puck. There's Berman through the neutral zone. McNeil has his stick lifted by Fleming on the back check. Ganesh lead pass. Yuzchikwu beats his man. Shot. Doucette the save. Rebound. And it goes to Fleming. And Sam Fleming with his second of the game has made it a 4-0 lead.
Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you.
Doucette grabs that puck. Liver in to take the draw for the Max, but he will get tossed out. Miller will get tossed as well for the rush. Now the McDonald's win it back. McDonald's control once again, spin and fire by McKay. Up and over the glass, over the net, sorry. Liver can't get a shot off. McPhee waits, throws it on goal. Bell will play it to Breen. Truin leaves it for McKay. Busted on goal. McKay still with it. Penalty coming up to the Sydney Rush. McKay has to wait for his teammates to touch up. Suds surveys the situation. Skates it through the neutral zone. Into Rush territory, here's Truant. Back for Haverstock, his shot off a shin pad. And the penalty now being called. Angus McLean will go for hooking. And face-off come deep inside the territory. Max control, Creelman for Suds. Shot, Doucette knocks that one down, and the Rush able to clear the zone. Suds sets it up behind his net. Walks out. Head for Creelman. He'll feed bottomly. Up top, back to Creelman. Over for Odell. Shot. Doesn't miss wide. And Max still in control. Creelman with it now. Speeds it to Suds. Over to Odell. Suds rotates up top. Leaves it for Haverstock. It's in his skates. Can't control it, but it still has it. Rush not able to pick that puck up and clear the zone. Odell. His shot right into the glove of Doucette. 57 seconds left on the man advantage for the McDonald's. 6:39 to play here in the third. 4-0, the Halifax McDonald's lead the Sydney Rush. Love it in to take the draw for the Max. But instead, Coda Lewis will get tossed from the face-off dot by the Rush. Bass Christmas in to take the draw. Draw won by the McDonald's. Ganesh over for Truant. Truant will walk in off the line. Throws it up top for Strong. He fans on the shot, which gives the Rush the opportunity to send it down the ice. Love it. Burst of speed through the neutral zone. He gains the Rush territory. McDonald's now looking to get set up. 25 seconds to go in the man advantage. Up top for Lovett. His shot through traffic finds Strong with the rebound. And the power play goal by Cooper Strong. And the McDonald's now lead 5-0 on the Rush. Fleming breaks that play up. Here come the McDonald's once again. Sullivan just misses his teammate on the side of the goal. Broken up by McLeod. Chips it ahead for Jacob Dunn. Jacob Dunn gets a step. Fleming on the back check. Sam Fleming will be showing the gate. Hooking will be the call. Sydney goes back to the power play. Draw one by the Rush. McLeod saucers it over for McNeil. Shoots. Chandler Bell grabs that, has a quick peek behind him. Wasn't sure if he had it or not, but he did, in fact, squeeze it enough. Draw one again by the Rush. McLeod tries to find McNeil. Creelman disrupts the play. McNeil. Puck bounces out front, but Bell, he'll find that and cover up. .454 to go here in the third period. 1:28 left on the Rush power play. Miller gets tossed out of the face-off circle for the Rush. McDonald's able to clear the zone. Behind the net now, McNeil. He'll keep and fire. Hits a stick and goes in behind the goal. McDonald's grab the puck and clear it down the ice. McLeod watched closely by Sullivan. Berman leaves it there for McNeil. Saucers it ahead for Miller. That's broken up by Creelman. McLeod turns up ice, gets to the neutral zone, in over the blue line. Leaves it there for Dunn. His shot's turned aside by Bell. There's Jax Ganesh. Burst of speed through the neutral zone once more here tonight from Ganesh. Breaks. Goes to the net. Now 22 seconds left in the power play. Morrison. Head for Andrea. Teams back to even strength. 3:19 left in the period. McDonald's up by 5. McLean flips it into the neutral zone, but the McDonald's turn it right back around and go right back onto the forecheck. Once again, the McDonald's hard on the puck, coming up with it in the offensive zone. Breen walks off the line. Leaves it now for Haverstock. Feeds it over for Truin. Back for Haverstock. Down to Breen. He'll take a shot. Doucette knocks that down. Penalty coming up. It'll be going against the Sydney Rush. Haverstock with it. Up top now, Truin gets to the middle of the ice. His shot tips up and over the glass. Odell with it. McDonald still in control. Rush can't get the whistle to get the penalty call. Love it. Down for Haverstock. He'll turn back and throw it up top for Truin. Max still in control. Love it for Breen. Breen will switch off with Truin and leave it there. Down low now for Odell. Up top for Truin, over for Lovett. Max still in control. 1:38 to go in the game. Delayed penalty call still upcoming as soon as the Sydney Rush can touch the puck. It has been all control here by the McDonald's for the last probably minute or so. Love it. His shot hits the glass. Now the Sydney Rush will finally get control. And after extended zone time by the McDonald's, they will once again go back to the power play. Cross checking the call on James Morrison. Max to the power play. Rush win the draw. And they're able to get it down the ice. Suds loses the handle. Back into the neutral zone they go. Suds. Leaves it there for Bottomley. Suds takes a heavy hit in the corner. He's down. He's back up on his feet now. Good sign for Gavin Suds. McDonald's coach looking for a little bit of an explanation. Looking for possibly a penalty call. Regardless, 39 seconds to go, 5-0 lead for Halifax. These two teams will get to do it all over again tomorrow. 12:30 puck drop here in Member 2. And don't forget, folks, turn those clocks back tonight as we fall back. And don't forget to support your Toronto Blue Jays as they go for the World Series in Game 7. But right now, it's the Halifax McDonald's who will go to 11-0 to start the season, as they will come away with a 5-0 victory here on a Saturday night in Member 2. Final shots on goal, 60-21 in favor of the McDonald's. Again, your final score, Halifax 5, Sydney 0. And once again, these two teams will do battle once again right here in Member 2, 12:30 tomorrow. Catch all the action here on High Button Sports at highbutton.ca. We thank you for tuning in and watching, and we hope to see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy your evening.